Hey, everybody. I'm so glad you're able to hop on tonight and join me to talk about Joyōme. I am crazy excited about our two amazing new products. Um, I personally am having some major skin change on my face, and I'm going to start adding it to some other parts of my body, like stretch marks and some spots on my back and shoulders. So I'm really, really excited about some new testimonies that are going to be rolling out from me and all of you as well. I know we've seen the 1 to 2 week testimonies, but I think the 1 month testimonies are going to be epic, like really, really incredible. So I can already see a difference from past Zooms. I always have really dark eyes and they're really puffy, and check that out. Even with a horrible sinus infection, no puffy eyes. What in the world? Ah! Okay. All right. Remember that right now until Friday at 9:59 Central Time, 11:59 Eastern Time, it's $9.99 to sign up as an ambassador. This is for Joyōme welcome packs and any welcome packs that we have in our back office. Available to us. It does not have to be just on Joyōme packs. So take advantage of that. A couple of things that I want to go over. I'm gonna change up the order of my notes here quick. If you guys have not gone into your back office and checked out your shareables, you need to do that. There is one shareables that is about subscriptions. I printed it out and I am running out of color ink. You can tell that. But it recommends that for anybody who does the Joyōme Welcome Pack to do their subscription to be the Slim and the X Factor and the Joyōme. And they encourage us to have our new ambassadors, new on Joyōme, to use that second packet, the second bundle of Joyōme that's going to come at their 30-day mark in their subscription, to use those as samples. And I really like the idea of that. I could see that not being a possibility for everybody financially, but I think for somebody who has incredible results and is open to sharing and has the funds to do it, I really like that idea. So we need to keep that in the back of our head for those possibilities. This particular one has a breakdown on how to use Joyōme to grow your business. So that's the Joyōme subscription one. So go into your shareables and look at your tools and just browse and see what's available there. Because there's a lot of great tips. And I'm thinking they've done all the work for us. We don't have to reinvent the wheel here or anything like that. Also, if you have not printed out the fact sheet on Joyōme, I love when my kids write on my papers. Even if it's not something that makes you happy, like me, all of this information just makes me giddy. Even if that's not you, I challenge you to print this off and just look through it. It's a ton of information. You might highlight just a couple of things, and it's going to help you know how to write your own posts, what to write about, little ditties to highlight. Like today, I highlighted about the hydrolipid delivery system. So there's some nuggets in here that you could just circle a couple sentences and be able to share why our product is different than others, that kind of a thing. But if you like all of the information, you're going to love that fact sheet because it's amazing. Okay, so $9.99 sale with a $99 welcome pack is a steal of a deal. It's $25 off for the membership, and then it's $15 off regular price for Joyōme. Plus, you get that 7-day slim trial. So that's an incredible savings of $40, right? Right. So now let's go into some nitty gritty about Joyōme. this is where you guys might want to take some notes. Joyōme has prescription level of active ingredients. That might sound kind of scary, but hang with me. It really isn't scary. It just means one thing: more is not better. So it says 3 pumps, keep it with 3 pumps. And if somebody has some hardcore skin issues to combat, consider starting out on less. Consider starting out on 1 to 1.5 pumps, working up to 2 pumps at the 2-week mark, and then working up to the full 3 pumps at the 3 to 4 week mark. So think about that. There were a few people that thought more would be better. They ended up with headaches and some other things. So just know that our product is super powerful, and that's why we're getting the results that we're getting. More is not necessarily better. Stick with the suggested 3 pumps or less. Okay. So there's a video that I want you guys to see. So I'm going to screen share my screen super fast. It's going to take me just a second transition to get it all set up. So hang with me. Share my screen. Okay, here we go. We're going to talk a little bit about the skin microbiome.
Okay. Do you know where it is? It's in, I think it's in your toy basket, right?
Oh, that one.
I'll get it back.
Okay, I know that wasn't like loaded with a ton of information, but it has a little bit in there that I really appreciated, and I liked how it delivered it. Okay, so I hope you guys liked it too. So with all of that in mind, I want you guys to think about how we're radically changing skin microbiome for the first time ever in a positive way for most people, right? Okay, so when you're sending them their Joyōme samples, or when they're starting out on the products right away, something that is being suggested by some diamonds. Say, like I sent out a whole bunch of samples today. So I told those people, stop your products. Any chemical products that you use on your skin right now, take a 2-day break. By that time, your sample is going to come in the mail. And I want you to then use Joyōme. The first thing you're going to do is test it out on your jawline right here. No irritation by the next day. You're free to use some of it on your skin. I recommend half of the sample, 1.5 pumps on your face. Now, if you're going to do your neck and your chest too, then do the full 3 pumps. But I recommend not to do the full 3 pumps only on your face. This is a very small space, and that's a very large amount, even though it doesn't seem like it's a large amount. So, you want them to stop their chemical-based products for 2 days. Now, it might be a good idea to phrase it differently. Chemical-based products might feel offensive to some. So be creative with that and consider that. For the samples that I send out today, I wrote a little post-it note here that said, you're going to love Joyōme. Number 1, test under your jawline. Take a before and after selfie. Number 3, ask me how to get it yourself. And then I put in parentheses. It lasts 2 to 4 months because I love that. I don't want them to think that they have to buy this every single month. It lasts. Number 4, enjoy it. I'm so excited about activating our skin microbes. And then included this and my business card. And then here's an example of one. I don't know if you guys can see it because my bright shiny light of non-machinable and all of that. So make sure that you include just a little bit of instructions. I'm messaging to them about stopping their products, so that way they're already doing that before they get that, you know, because that would kind of stink. They're excited that their sample's in the mail, and then I say, hurry up and wait 2 more days. They're probably not going to wait. So I recommend messaging about that right out the gate. Remember that you're only using cleanser before you put on Joyōme, and then for like your day cream after that, you can do sunscreen or your makeup, foundation, etc. But remember that you're not going to use any other serums, like say a retinol eye serum. You're not going to use. That is potentially duplicating an active ingredient that's in Joyōme. And again, more is not better when we're talking about these prescription level amounts in our Joyōme. So I want to emphasize the importance of only using cleanser, sunscreen, and makeup. No other products. And make sure and let them know that that's a really good thing. Like, you don't have to use anything else. I cannot believe I forgot. But I have a whole lineup of products. There's like 20 products in a bin. And I'm like, I don't need these anymore. So it's a really awesome thing. Now, if detox symptoms happen, say new outbreaks, redness, or heat, several of us felt heat that first week. I think it was the first 4 or 5 days for me. Some experienced it a little bit longer. After applying, I felt it after both day and night. I think somebody else felt it only after night, whatever. But if they're experiencing that, I recommend lowering the dosage and easing into it. Some are even doing just problem areas and not the whole entire face right out the gate. And I think that's a really good idea too. So keep that in mind for problem solving if anybody's having any detox symptoms. And then once those symptoms subside, then you're going to increase the dosage again. Now, altering our skin microbes, we think it's only on the surface, right? But no. We're doing some rapid research as fast as we can. But of course, this is cutting edge, and we're all human, and we're all still going about our normal lives too. So research is slower. Now, yesterday, one of you were researching and turned me onto it, and I totally flipped out, and then went straight to Lori Harrison, Diamond Ambassador, who I absolutely love her. We are so like-minded. And she said, OMG, you are onto something. So I want to share that with you guys too. Can you hear my voice? I am so stuffed up. I have not had sinus infection in a really long time. So this person that turned me on to this research also has some sinus stuff going on, and is also 2 weeks into her Joyōme. And she did some research. And that's what Lori Harrison is saying, that when you're changing your microbiome on your skin, and you have a hydrolipid delivery system that's going deep into your skin, you might experience some cleansing on the other side of said skin. So this is all really good things. I know that I have mold roots in my sinuses. I know that I have a lot of junk in there that needs to cleanse out. So onward and upward, and I'm really excited about what this means for my respiratory system, because we know that that's that's a weak part of my body too. So I'm super excited about this, but we just kind of need to be turned on to these kinds of things so we can help our people through them if they happen to experience them too. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try not to lose my voice, hence the T. Okay. Now, I already talked about that. Stop all other products except cleanser and sunscreen because there's 11 active ingredients and we don't want to double up. Do not forget that. That's really important. Remember that 1.5 pumps a day only on the face is going to last 4 months, which is about $30 a month. That's incredible. That's cost effective, especially for what we have to offer. I have a graphic if you guys would like it. Be sure and comment and let me know. I can watch the chat here too. But there's a graphic that I have that breaks down our active ingredients, and it ends up costing $280 to buy all of our active ingredients individually. Holy freaking cow. So 30 bucks is a steal. Okay, something to consider. I'm just going to read my notes here because I don't remember what I typed here. Isn't that great? That's great. Is it true that our skin health is showing our inner health? Yes. That is why it's important to not eat junk if we're expecting no skin outbreaks. To detox our insides and lower our candida levels as well. And like, think about Rachel Rogers. Have you guys seen Rachel Rogers' post about her cystic acne and how she's got it improved with Triplex and restoring nutrients in her body? But it hasn't taken it all the way. And I relate to that with my rosacea. You know, my gut health, my cleansing, and avoiding my food sensitivities and triggers has gotten me so far, and putting body cream on it has gotten me so far. But then there's this wall where I can't get any farther than that. And Joyōme is taking me even farther. So yes, it is a mirror of what's happening on the inside, but what we're learning about the skin microbiome is that that's an entity of itself as well, you know? So it's not only a reflection of our insides, where I feel like, you know, in the past, we've kind of settled on that it's only a reflection of our insides. And I'll be honest, I've done a lot of self-beating up about that because it's like, why can't I get a handle on my insides to get this cleared up on my face? But it's more than that. So, it's about detoxing and restoring nutrients, yes, but it's about Joyōme filling this gap and healing the skin and closing those pores and making that barrier stronger, and on and on and on. So many things. Okay, so Joyōme website. I literally woke up in the middle of the night last night and was like, why don't we have a Joyōme website, like individual for all of us? And then I went snooping in our back office, and sure enough, there it is. So pen and paper, here's yours. plexusworldwide.com/ mine is Bree Brummer. So whatever you personalized, insert that there, / Joyōme skincare. And it really works. It kind of scares you because when you hit enter, it just goes to like joyomeskincare.com or something. But then as soon as I scroll down and click shop, then it has my name at the top, and it has them able to add things to their cart, enroll as an ambassador, or continue as a preferred customer. So it appeared that it totally worked on my end. Do I have a little bit of insecurities because our plexusworldwide.com / Brianna Brummer is not always working? Yeah, I'm worried. And I'd still prefer to do plexusworldwide.com and then enter in our ambassador ID. But I think it's really good to know that we have this Joyōme website too. So, okay, now this is really exciting. This is not Joyōme related, so much so. We need to think about our platform. Sometimes we get really hung up on one thing or another, but it's pretty remarkable that Plexus has now a 3-platform company: gut health, weight loss, and skincare. I think it's important to note too that in some higher up talk that Plexus is not moving towards being a company that has a high amount of products. There's a lot of companies out there, like Melaleuca comes to mind, for example, where they have a lot of household products, cleaning supplies and everything. It's just endless, hundreds and hundreds of products. Is that the direction that Plexus is going? Are we going to sell makeup now too? And we're hearing no, 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 no. What we do, gut health, weight loss, skincare, microbiome. Think things that are tied into microbiome. That's what Plexus's focus is going to be. We're going to do that one thing very, very well. There are some things that we've chatted about in private chats amongst ourselves, one-on-one. Things like when we Google search Plexus, some negative reviews come up. Some people have bought the results to make sure that their weight loss company comes up first, and they're bashing Plexus and then selling their own products, that kind of a thing. Another complaint that comes to mind is, we can buy a slim and block welcome pack, and that's over 100 PV, but then if they put that in their subscription for the next month, it's under 100 PV, and then they're white lined. And how frustrating that is to us when they could start out on these products, but then they can't continue on these products and still benefit us. Things like we need more clinical studies. We need to be able to share our own stories without worrying about compliance. These things are being addressed, and I am so crazy excited about that. I just can't even. So the higher ups in our company are Taro and Alec, and one that was just hired, her name is Janice. And Janice is the one that's at the forefront of these problems. She's coming in, she's seeing these holes that we have, and she's fixing them. Her expertise is on taking these 500 million sales companies, which is what we did in 2017, and skyrocketing their sales into multi-billion companies. So I'm really excited about what Janice has to offer. I've heard really positive things from Diamond Ambassadors. At first I was like, who is this chick? I don't know what I think about her. But now that I've heard more and more about her, man, I like her a lot. So I'm excited about that. I want you guys to be excited about that. They're listening to us in the field, and they're problem solving it. So that's really exciting. I want you guys too to remember that as our company is moving forward at this rapid pace, that we still are at ground level, even though that we're 10 years in. We have only, really worked in the United States, and we still have so many other countries to branch into that we really have just begun. And that, we are considered still at ground level. And that's really exciting, because so oftentimes we get frustrated because we're like, we're not getting to diamond in 2 years, or we're not getting to diamond in a year. And that feels frustrating. But I want you guys to remember that we are still at the ground floor, and there are still ambassadors that are ranking up every couple of months. And the more we put into this, the more we're going to get out of it. And our belief has to be there in order for us to achieve those things. So I want to remind you guys some of these things. Like, there's a lot of skincare products out there. You guys know that. There's a ton out there. And here we are with a hydrolipid delivery system that is not in any other product on the market. First to market. That means nobody has this. And when I say nobody has this, and I'm saying heads up, guys, pay attention, get excited about this, I mean get excited about this. Because there are magazines, editors that are going to our Joyōme, and it is very hard to get their attention. And they are sitting up in their seat and coming to Plexus and writing articles about Joyōme. This can't leave this soon. You can't say anything about this publicly yet. Writing articles about Joyōme because they want to, not because we are seeking after them and begging them to do this. It's because our product has caught their attention. So I've had people from other skincare companies after a 1-day sample of Joyōme drop it for Joyōme. One of them has people underneath her that she sells to, and she dropped them for Joyōme after a 1-day sample. I'm telling you, we have the goods. If so far the people that you've talked to are not excited about Joyōme, leave them. Don't waste any more time on them. Go find the people that want what we have, because this is truly incredible. A 24-year problem is going away from me. 24 years of products after products after products and nothing helping. And that's only one example. So make sure. And another thing that I noted in my notes, I remember a long time ago, I was looking for probiotic that mimicked Probio 5. And the only thing I could find that didn't have something. It had enzymes and probiotics. It didn't have antifungals, or it had probiotics and antifungals and it didn't have enzymes. Something like that. It was $70 a bottle for 30 capsules. And ours is $30 to $35 a bottle, and it has 60 capsules. Like, if your belief is not there, then you need to spend some time Googling and trying to find products that are like ours and figure out what the difference is between them and really understand what we have. Because I think people can sense that from us. We're either copying and pasting posts and they don't really feel like they're not picking up what we're putting down. And maybe that's because we're not putting down what's really going on. You know what I mean? So I challenge you to do that comparison, because I think that's absolutely huge. There are other companies, I've researched, there are other companies out there that have prebiotics in their skincare line, and they have probiotics in their skincare line, but they do not have a delivery system. They do not have 11 active ingredients, and they have different prebiotics in their skincare. It is not the same, and the results aren't there. The proof in the pudding isn't there. So we've got testimonies to back the goods up. So, okay, moving on, because I'm probably boring you all. Okay, so I feel like I kind of cycle through how I like to reach out to people, and I kind of cycle through how I encourage you guys to reach out. And I've gone back to my tried and true. I don't like cold messaging. I don't. It makes me really uncomfortable, and that is portrayed in the conversation. It's awkward. It's just not good. It's downright not good. So I have not done that in a very long time. Maybe a couple months ago, I sent out 4 or 5 cold messages and 0 replies. Like, I am just so sick of 0 replies. So I took that and held on to that and really sat down and thought what I wanted to do for all these Joyōme samples, how I wanted to get Joyōme in these people's hands without cold messaging people. So I post about it. If they like or comment, then I reach out to them and message them and ask them if they're interested in trying a Joyōme sample or learning more about it. Because they liked or commented on a Joyōme post, that opened the door for me to message them. And the ball is in their court. They contacted me first by liking or commenting that post. I don't want them to feel like I'm pouncing on them. That's why I'm offering them what I have, a sample. I'm not asking them for something. Does that make sense? And it's gone really, really well. With today's samples that are out the door, I sent out a total of 27 Joyōme samples. I am really, really happy with the results and the feedback from those people. and the buzz in the mouth of people that are taking advantage of the sale. So again, I'm not reaching out to just any old person. I'm really seeking the person that's looking for this, who you know, I might even know that they have a skincare that they like, and I'll say, hey, thanks so much for liking my Joyōme post. I'm really excited about it and what it's doing for me. I know you already have skincare line that you use and love, but I would really, really respect your opinion and feedback on Joyum. Would you mind trying a 1 day sample and just tell me what you think about it? People love to add value, and I want their feedback. I want to say, so I had this person who used these products and they love Joyum and they see how it's working better than what they've used, and they have more change in their skin with a 1 day sample than they have with their own skincare line that they have used every day for the last 4 months, whatever. So I want it in as many people's hands as possible. So if you need some more ideas on that, reach out to me. Let's talk about it some more. So here's an example of the right way to message somebody. Hey, you came to mind as I was overwhelmed with how much this new stuff that I'm doing. Make that specific, whether that's, the probiotics or Joyum or whatever. I always, let's see. I jumped ahead. I was overwhelmed how much this new stuff that I'm doing is helping me. I'm sleeping better. My brain fog is gone. My energy is up. My mood is stable. I can be that mom that I want to be. What do you think? Would you be open to hearing more? I really think this could help you. Like, this would be a friend who you already know what they are suffering with, and you're wanting to get them started. That would be a message for them. The wrong way to share would be, hey, would you like to try Plexus? Which I've done a lot of times. And it just, sometimes they'll reply, but most of the time they don't. Most of the time it leaves me frustrated and upset and feeling like a complete failure. So I just really like this more personal way of reaching out and posting more on your personal walls, your own words, educating them, sharing your thoughts. But remember, having a balance between your personal life and your business life, and be, the person that you want to follow on social media, somebody who makes you laugh and that you enjoy following. So, I think that's everything. Do any of mine who are still on live have any questions? Any of mine? Any of you have any questions? Or are we good? Okay, I think we're good. I'm going to stop recording. Thank you for rewatching this. Holler in the comments if you have any questions.